So what is NPX? NPX is not a typing mistake. NPX is a tool that is used to execute packages. NPX package runner tool comes with npm, so you don't have to install this NPX manually. To understand NPX, let's take a look at a very simple example. So I'm going to just open my terminal, and here I'm going to install a package. So as you know, to install package, I'm going to say npm install low dash. As you know, we already uninstalled this package in the previous lecture. So I'm going to just install it in my node modules folder. So I'm going to press enter. So as you know, to use this package, we need to add required statement in this index.js. So for example, if I want to use this package, I need to add here a constant statement and then specify the required function and specify the package name. So using this statement, I can use this package. Now suppose if your package is executable. In this case, Node will put the executable file under node modules bin folder. If you just open the node modules, then you can find here you have bin folder, and in this bin you have some executable files. Node will use this file with npx command. I'm going to just minimize these node modules, and I'm going to just install another package. So I'm going to clear the screen, and here I'm going to say npm install, and I'm going to install a package cow say. I'm going to press enter and install this package in my node modules folder. Now this cow package provides a command line program that can be executed to make a cow say something, and the other animals as well. When you install this package using npm install, it will install itself and a few dependencies in the node modules folder. You can notice if you open the node modules folder, you have some folders. These are the dependencies. So this package depends on these different dependencies. In this node modules, I'm going to have this .bin folder. And in this folder, we have the executable files. So when you open this bin folder, which contains the symbolic links to the cow say binaries. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use these symbolic links and execute this cow say library using npx command. Let me show you how to do it. Let's minimize these node modules, clear the screen, and here I'm going to execute a command npx cow say. Here I'm going to say cow say node.js is cool. When I press enter, I'm going to have a text cow say node.js is cool, and I'm going to have the cow on my console. So using npx command, I'm going to execute this cow say module and pass argument to it. If the package is executable, then you can execute it using npx command. Npx included in the recent version of npm since 5.2, so you don't have to worry about installing npx manually. Next, we'll talk about package.json. Now let's take a look at the different properties of package.json file and how we can use it in Node application. So in this lecture, we'll take a look at a detailed information of package.json file. So I'm going to just open the package.json, and here I'm going to have the different properties. I'm going to explain each and every property of this package.json file. And we're also going to talk about some additional properties you will get with package.json file. So what is the use of package.json file? The package.json file is a kind of manifest for your project. It can do a lot of things. It is a central repository of configuration for tools. If you are building a Node.js package that you want to distribute over npm, then you must have to set properties that will help other people to use it. So first we have the name property. Using name property, we specify the package name. The name must be less than 214 characters, and the name must not have spaces. It can only contain lowercase letters. You can notice this is not the valid name for the package. You have to just specify lowercase letters. This is because when a package is published on npm, it gets its own URL based on their properties. That is why we need to follow these instructions. Then we have the version. This indicates the current version of package. The version is always expressed with 3 numbers. The first number is the major number, the second is the minor version, and the third is the patch. Just after that, we have the description. This property contains a brief description of the package. This is especially useful if you decided to publish your package to npm so that people can find out what the package is all about. Then we have a main property. The main is the entry point of your package. When you import this package in an application, that is where the application will search for the module exports. Then we have script. Script defines a set of Node script. You can run this script on the terminal using npm run command. You can use any name you want for these commands, and script can do literally anything you want. Just after that, you have a property keyword. Here's where you specify some keyword to your package so that your package can be easily found. Just for that, we have author. In this author property, you can specify the author name, email, and URL. Just for that, we have the license of this package. Then we have the dependencies and the dev dependencies. As you know, dependencies set a list of npm packages installed as dependencies. The install packages is automatically listed in this dependency section. Just for that, we have dev dependencies. The dev dependencies is a list of npm packages installed as development dependencies. In this project, we just installed the UUID as development dependencies. Development dependencies are different from dependencies because they are meant to be installed only on the development machine, not need to run the code in the production. Just for that, we have engines. The engine property is going to set which version of Node.js and other commands this package works on. Just for that, we have browser list. We use browser list property to tell which browser you want to support. This configuration means you want to support the last 2 major versions of all the browsers with at least 1% of users. Then in the package.json file, we have the contributors property. This property tells the package have one or more contributors. This property is an array that is a list of them. We can have multiple contributors to the package. Just for that, we have bugs. Using this property, we can specify the package bugs so the user can find it on the GitHub page. Just for that, we have homepage. The homepage property is going to set the package homepage. Just for that, we have a property called repository. This property is going to specify where this package repository is located. So if your package is located on Git, you can specify that using this property. And at the end, you have the very important property of the package.json file, which is private. By default, this property set to true. This property prevents the package to be accidentally published on npm. If you want to publish your package on npm, you have to just specify here false. So I hope you understand the different properties of package.json file. In the next lecture, we'll talk about the package versions.